So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is the Ryan here.
Hey everyone, Razbowski here.
What's going on, guys? Dorko here.
And welcome back to once again another episode of Theory Thursday. And this one is episode 11. Now, in this one, we're going to be talking about something that was very recently posted on Scott Games' IndieDB page. And that was the Nightmare Fredbear animatronic image. But he actually left some more hints to clear up some confusion that a couple of people had prior. And this new image was actually abbreviated with NFB. Now, a lot of people would actually assume this to be Nightmare Fredbear, but however, there's been an awful lot of debate over what this could actually mean, and some of the debates are quite astronomical, but we won't judge because everyone is entitled to their own opinion. So we're going to go through a couple of them now, share our thoughts, and let's do this.
Well, I'll say what we'll do is we debunk the ones that sound the most unlikely, let's say. So
the most extravagant, shall we say.
So, I don't know, I'm going to let Rad say the first one.
Okay, so the first one, the most popular one that's going around is Nightmare Fuckboy. And, it's not. People are like, obviously, that word was bleeped out, but I think most of you can guess what it is. F-boy. And, people are saying that's Balloon Boy because that's Balloon Boy's nickname in the popular game, a spin-off of Five Nights at F-Boys, and it's just that's impossible. Scott is not gonna use a fan name in that's so offensive.
Absolutely,
he's not gonna use an offensive fan name for it.
I mean,
he obviously took Golden Freddy because he was just called Yellow Bear before.
In
the file names, and he's taken Golden Freddy because that was a nice one. He's not gonna use F-Boy as a nickname for a character. It's just impossible. It's impossible. It's not gonna happen.
I mean, like, straight away you've got to think back to the whole Sparky thing that happened in Five Nights at Freddy's. Was that 1 or 2? I think it was 1, wasn't it?
One.
And it was the picture that showed Sparky, the dog animatronic, kind of peering through the door of the parts and services room. Now, this wasn't offensive in the slightest, and it was actually a really good idea. It went very viral, and whoever created that, kudos to you, because you was the first one to do it. But Scott actually confirmed there will not be any fan animatronics within his games. And why he would include one that actually has explicit naming is beyond me. I mean, a lot of people did debate this to be Balloon Boy, but I would expect to see NBB, not really the FB. I think that's quite a dramatic term for what we usually know Scott to be like. Isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, I guess he could try and trick us like he's done it in the past, but it just doesn't seem to me that he would make a title not Fredbear. It just
absolutely.
seems a bit too...
It doesn't make sense, along with in the source code on ScottGames.com, how you've got Fredbear written there. Yeah, like, granted, I totally understand because it is abbreviated. It's just the initials there, and it's not. It doesn't actually come out and say Nightmare Fredbear. That maybe Scott is trying to trick us, but I don't think so. I think he's hinting enough at it being Nightmare Fredbear without actually saying it is, so we're down the same path as he is, and he's going to reveal it officially in a trailer, in the face reveal,
absolutely,
something like that. But it's got to be Fredbear in my opinion.
Well, we know like Scott to throw curveballs every now and then, but I don't know, the way he's kind of bigged up this teaser to be Fredbear with a whole such cryptic message within the source code, it's to then just turn around and go, no, this is actually Nightmare Frank Bear, or something like that. It doesn't make any sense, really.
It's one of those things. I mean, like, we've seen the whole, it was property of Fredbear's Family Diner before this one, and that alone was the biggest hint. And all of a sudden, there's this character in the back. Like, they would probably, if they're going to be introducing Fredbear, they show the 4 characters which look similar. I mean, me and other Ryan spoke about this. It's quite clear that all of these animatronics come from Fredbear's Family Diner. We've seen the 4 mascots, and now we're seeing the main character, the Big Daddy, the yellow bear, if you will, of the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2, which is this Fredbear character. And for it to be not Fredbear, I don't think that's really something Scott would do, as everyone has said. It's not cryptic enough, he's starting to get more and more cryptic, and now I think that would be a large step back in the plotline, and it would kind of leave people thinking, well, okay, if this isn't Fredbear, then this isn't as dramatic as it should be.
It's a last game as well. We need Fredbear in there. Like,
absolutely,
you can't have the last game and not solve something as big as Fredbear's Family Diner. So
it just doesn't make sense, and he's not going to add a new animatronic in that we've never heard of before because he's got loads that he needs to tie up anyway, as it is. There's no point.
Exactly.
It's not good storytelling to not finish off something you've started and add extra stuff in.
Exactly, and I think a final thing as well is the whole colouring. Scott has put extra effort into this image particular, because all we can see really is the bow tie in the pink color. All of the other animatronics, their colors were instantly revealed straight away. We saw them, we know who they are. And with this one, all of a sudden he's being very cryptic and he's being very limited in what we can see in terms of the coloring of this animatronic, because of course people think it's purple. A couple of people are starting to think it may be yellow and purple, using different referencing.
Yeah.
But you know, the whole hiding of the color, it's quite clearly the big daddy of everything, and it's got the most importance, and that's why Scott's hiding a lot of things, even though he's still teasing it in plain sight. So well, I think it's safe to regard that this is most certainly Fredbear.
Yeah.
So this is the first time we've actually seen one of these teasers of these new Nightmare animatronics, and we've been very limited with what we've seen on a first glance. Usually, Scott is quite quick to showcase this animatronic in its final form, and I actually am starting to think now that maybe he's holding off, he's hinting towards the design of this animatronic, but he's not actually going to show it until maybe a teaser trailer. So do you guys think there could be an actual teaser trailer coming up very soon in regards to Five Nights at Freddy's 4?
Yeah, because the same thing happened to Five Nights at Freddy's 3. As we know, Springtrap was teased a lot. I mean, only half his face was shown in the first ever teaser, and then the second was him stood upright in the shadows, but you still couldn't see his full posture, his body. And it was only until the teaser trailer that we saw, like, whoa, we thought this was Golden Freddy, all of a sudden it's a new character being introduced. And
I think everyone hated the idea originally that it was Bonnie, didn't they?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, this is not a golden Bonnie. And I think we have news for you, it was.
I think that maybe, I don't know, but everyone was expecting Golden Freddy in the Five Nights at Freddy's 3. It would be so good if this Fredbear turned out to be Golden Freddy somehow.
Wouldn't it? Yeah.
That would be amazing, definitely.
Yeah.
If that was the case, then it ties up two mysteries in one: who's Fredbear and who's Golden Freddy. So
exactly.
Storytelling, it would make sense.
Also, it kind of explains why they're trying to get back in touch with Fredbear's family diner in Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Back in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 when they mentioned the idea,
Because he actually says a yellow suit was used. He doesn't actually name the suit, probably because he doesn't know the name of what the character was at the time. Maybe he's like, oh, one of the suits we used, a yellow one. And that was it. But
very, very short in what they actually said about it, and I don't know, it just seems like with this whole new character, he's trying to be as cryptic as he physically can, and hide as much evidence as he can whilst presenting us with new things to reveal more about these various teaser images. It just, you know, as I say before, we've seen all of the main 4 mascots, and we've seen their faces straight away, and now with this one, it's all of a sudden being hidden. And the only other character to have that sort of mystery entwined within it is this Golden Freddy character, and as we say, the Spring Bonnie character also in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 in the teasers. And you know, the one thing which is still hinting to me for this character possibly being this Golden Freddy character is one of the mini games in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 where we actually play as this yellow-beard character and we can glitch up walls through the various stages of the establishment to give cake to one of the childs. I don't know, because we carry on, Raz. Sorry,
I was just going to say as well, like, if you're looking at that from I know it's an 8-bit mini game sort of point of view, but that guy was fat as hell as well. I mean,
and this is the first time we've seen one of these kind of Nightmare animatronics that seems to be following, you know, the usual more rounded build, shall we say.
Yep.
So it just seems to be all adding up, but guys, once again, time will tell with this one. Usually what Scott does is he'll release the image on IndieDB, and that same week or the week after, because it's generally on the Sundays he does it, we'll get some new teaser on the Thursday, or maybe even the teaser trailer this upcoming week.
Yeah, like we said before, we predicted a trailer this summer or something. It would be a good time. Everybody's off school as well. So it'd be good.
Time will tell.
Like as you were saying, this would be the good point to reveal Fredbear's face in a trailer like they did with Springtrap. So
absolutely,
that's the next thing to come.
So there we have it, guys. There's once again another episode of Theory Thursday for you all. Hopefully you did enjoy this discussion, and be sure to comment down below any of your thoughts on the topics discussed within this video.
Yes, and if you guys did enjoy this video, why not leave a like rating down below? And if you're new to any of our channels, why not subscribe for some awesome theories and some great gameplay.
So thank you very much for watching the video, guys, and we'll of course see you on the next one on all of our channels.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?